All right, welcome Pop Culture Universe to another episode of Pop Preview, where we're going to be reviewing the brand new Hawkeye trailer. Joining me today is Soul. How's it going today, Soul?
Going good. Always excited to see more Marvel contact. This con words English is hard, but I'm excited.
Content.
Content. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, but we've had the year of Marvel pretty much. All of these shows on Disney Plus. Now we're getting the trailer for Hawkeye. I'm excited.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know Hawkeye wasn't one of the most anticipated show on Disney Plus, but I think Hawkeye's always gotten the shaft, no pun intended, in terms of he was a zombie in basically Avengers 1. He got a little bit of shine in 2. He wasn't in 3 at all. And then he was in 4 and he was pretty good in that. So it's nice that he's actually getting his own show. He's going to be handing it off to Kate Bishop. So really, really excited to see what this show is going to be about. It's coming out in late November, around Thanksgiving time. So, what are you most anticipating about this series before we watch the trailer?
Mostly is when we got that logo, because when that logo came out, anyone who's big comic book fans knows what that logo represents with the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye, and that is like one of the best comic runs of Hawkeye. So I'm excited to see if any of that transfers into the show.
Yeah, I mean they do use the comic books as references, so they don't necessarily do go beat by beat, but they can just
Yeah.
pull from here, pull from there, put it like in a. It's like they're cooking Kevin Feige cooking a stew, just pull ingredients from everywhere,
This is
put it in the
yeah,
pot. And,
this is one of the first time that like the logo specifically looks like the logo did for that comic, whereas before logos either looked like their general logo that we had or the MCU version of that logo, where this is one of the first times that I've seen where the logo specifically looks like the logo from that comic, that specific comic run.
all right, well let's stop talking about it. Let's start watching it. All right, here we go.
This is the first Christmas we've had together in
Christmas
years.
time.
I love you guys.
Avengers
I'm
Rogers the
making up for some
musical.
lost time.
What?
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
It's being directed
The
by
past is
Shane
caught
Black
up with me.
since it's been Christmas.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
Really not. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool.
When I wore this suit, I made a whole lot of enemies.
Ooh, we got some Ronin.
You're a Hawkeye.
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people?
It's the most wonderful.
Hey, babe. I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling
Things have gotten more complicated.
the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. Holy sh! There are arrows more dangerous than that one?
It's just some Christmas.
All right. Well, no, we don't watch it yet. But we could if we wanted to, but no. That was a great trailer. I enjoyed
Feeling
it. So what'd
homesick, Sean?
yeah, a little bit homesick. Yeah, a little bit homesick. Anytime you see like the Empire State Building, yeah, yeah. Especially and Rockefeller Center. But so, what do you think of that trailer?
It looks like a lot of fun. It looks ground level because it's a guy with a bow and arrow. It has to be. I think we're going to get into a little bit of when he was Ronin during the time of after the snap. So I think we're going to get maybe some Yakuza in there because you saw him killing the Yakuza in Endgame. So That will be really exciting. Haley Steinfeld, she's great. And then one thing that I just find super funny, and I hope there's like an extended bit with it, is the fact that there's Rogers the musical. It it made me think. Have you seen all of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I have not.
All right, so there's this episode right before the finale where everyone in the gang goes to see a play, and the play is literally about everything that happened in the whole entire show up until that point, but it's from the perspective of the playwright and not what actually happened. And so you have these characters watching themselves being portrayed in different ways, and it was really funny. So I hope that we might get something like that in here. That was the vibe I was getting, seeing the Steve Rogers on stage spinning around with that shield.
Yeah, I'll get to the trailer in a second. But as you can see by my background and my shirt, I'm a big Captain America fan, and I want to see Rogers the musical in real life. Kevin Feige, please make this a real thing. I will pay top dollar to go see it wherever it is. Make it happen, please. Like, it's gonna be funny as hell to watch Hawkeye go to a Rogers the musical, and then just sit there. And then I'm pretty sure Hawkeye is in that thing, and there's gonna be a bit about him. So it's gonna be funny because people are like, that's not how I really am, is it? And then his family can make a joke about it. So that looks like it's gonna be fun. I hopefully it's not just like once where they go there. It's hopefully it's like an ongoing thing or whatever. But anyway, but the trailer itself, it looks really, really good. It looks fun. It's good. Obviously, it's holiday themed, so I like that. I'm hoping actually we get some flashbacks of when he actually was Ronin, not just like Haley Steinfeld as him, but like actually him flashing back, maybe explain to her why he actually put the suit on in the first place. Maybe he actually killed one of these like Akuza guys' his boss, and then now they're after get him because somebody's after get him because we see in the trailer he's tied up for a little bit. They're chasing him and Haley Steinfeld after a while, so she looks great as Kate Bishop. So this is a great way to introduce her to the MCU, and then who knows where she's gonna go after this. But yeah, this is good. I like this trailer. It looks fun. It looks like what a Hawkeye show should be like. Like you said, very, very grounded, not saving the universe, just probably, keeping his family safe, keeping probably the neighborhood safe. So it feels like Hawkeye to me. If this was going to be, if he was, because at one point he was supposed to get a movie, and then his movie got turned into this. So if this is going to, like, it still looks like a movie because the MCU puts a lot of money into it, but it looks like Hawkeye. It just looks like Hawkeye. So, any other thoughts, Sol?
I think what I like is when you take simple stories and you expand it. And I think right now you can tell from this trailer that the simple story, it's a man that just wants to get home for Christmas. And we've seen that throughout several movies and TV shows of just people trying to get home for the holidays. Just so happens that he's Hawkeye and some shit happens in between. So it's going to be super interesting to see what all of that quote unquote shit that I just said happens between him getting home for the holidays.
Yeah. And I like that we didn't see Yelena in the trailer because we do know, spoiler for the end of Black Widow, Val gives her the picture of Hawkeye and says, like, this is the person responsible for Natasha's death. So I'm glad that we didn't see her. How much of a role is she going to play? How much of the show is she in it a lot? Is she only maybe towards the end? Do they end up teaming up together? Does Hawkeye make it out of this series at the end? Because it's called Hawkeye. So, but that could end up being Kate Bishop's name at the end of this too. So it could be a literally passing of the torch. He can either retire, go with his family, or he can, dirt nap retire and that way. So a lot of questions. I hope he doesn't die, to be honest, because eventually when Avengers 5 comes along, it would be nice for some of the OG Avengers to literally pass the torch to the new people, and there's not a lot of them left, I'm just saying. So Hawkeye is one of them, so it'd be nice for him to like still be around, even if it's just like in a cameo role, to see that specifically happen.
Or just helping Nick Fury like tell these kids where to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Like back in my day when we fought the Shatari in New York, we did things this way. So yeah, I hope he sticks around. Really, I do. Because like I said, I don't think this is his first real shot at shining in the MCU, and hopefully it's not his last. So again, I think hopefully we get another trailer. I think we probably will because it comes out in November. We're in September. I hope they don't show too much more because there's rumors that Kingpin could be involved in this and that. And
Get
if so,
Vincent D'Onofrio.
well, if it's Kingpin, it's gonna be D'Onofrio. I mean, I don't think you
It
can
has
have
to be.
anyone
It has
else.
to be.
And I think the easy way, and if it is, I think the way the MCU could play it is that what we watched on
Multiverse.
Netflix. Yeah, it's a multiverse. That was just a different version of the Kingpin. This is a completely different version. So that is canon in another universe, and this is just canon in the MCU main timeline. So, and they can do the same thing with Charlie Cox because I think he's going to be in She-Hulk, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, this just looked great. But that's what we think. What do you guys think? Unless you have any other thoughts, so.
No, let's and wrap it up and say goodbye to our wonderful audience.
Yeah, thank you guys for chiming in and watching the trailer with us and reacting to it. But what do you guys think in the comments? Are you excited for Hawkeye? What do you think is going to happen with him and Kate Bishop? How do you think the passing of the torch is really going to go? Smoothly, not so smoothly from the trailer. There's going to be some bumps along the way. Who else do you think might pop up? We know Elena's going to be there. Who else do you think is Val going to show up? Who else? Kingpin? Maybe. We'll see. Let us know in the comments. Also, like, subscribe. We're in the middle still of doing our What If reviews, so you can look out for those as well. We also did a Shang-Chi review, so you can check that out. And then when the Eternals drops, we'll definitely do a review on that. We'll be doing Hawkeye reviews, as well as Spider-Man No Way Home when that comes out in December. Oh my God. Are we going to see 3 Spider-Man? Who knows? But until then, for Soul and for myself, take care. And, always hit the bullseye. But sometimes it's hard to do.